ideal fat burning weekly workout routine considers rest, repair, and cortisol balance. Today I'm sharing my own weekly workout routine that optimizes each of these categories in order to get the best fat burning results in today's video. Alright guys, if you're new to my channel and you don't know who I am, my name's Autumn and I'm a certified clinical nutritionist with my master's in nutrition human performance. On my channel, I'm typically talking about the science-backed and holistic methods that you can use in order to achieve your wellness dreams. So if you have a wellness goal in mind, make sure you subscribe. Now, likely if you are not new to my channel, you've already seen my walking is better than running video for weight loss. But if you haven't seen it, it's really important that you understand why cortisol is such a big factor when it comes to creating your workout routine in order to achieve maximum fat burning weight loss, especially if you're looking for a decrease in belly fat. First of all, higher levels of cortisol, which is that stress hormone, has been found to increase insulin, which is our storing hormone. And cortisol is our fight or flight hormone, so it's our stress hormone. It's something that our body releases when we feel that we're in a threatened state, or if there's emotional stress or physical stress. There's a lot of different factors that can release cortisol. And the main reason why cortisol causes that increase in the storing hormone of insulin is because one of the things that cortisol does, one of its main jobs, is to cause your body to increase blood glucose levels. Now, the reason why it does that is because it's trying to provide a really fast source of energy so that you can get yourself out of a bad situation, or so that you can fight whatever it is that might be threatening to you. But because most of the time when we're experiencing stress, it's not in a life-threatening situation where we're using that blood glucose to run away or to fight something, that blood glucose isn't being used. I mean, think about it. If you're stressed over a deadline, or if you have some emotional stress, or if you just didn't get good sleep and your cortisol levels are higher as a result, you might be feeling that emotional type of trigger of stress, and this can cause that increase of cortisol, but you're not actually being able to use what cortisol is providing, which is that blood glucose. So what happens to this blood glucose if it's elevated but you're not using it during the stressful time? That's when insulin comes into play. One of insulin's main jobs is to help to get the blood glucose level back down. And it does this by storing the blood glucose. And in fact, there's even been studies that have found that the increased stress level or the increased cortisol level is followed by the increased insulin as a result. And when insulin goes to store this blood glucose, it seems to specifically store it around the belly. That's why if you're experiencing a lot of stress, or if you're getting poor sleep, or if you just have high cortisol in general from various life factors right now, you might notice that it's very difficult to lose weight specifically around your belly. And cortisol is also an issue if you seem to suffer from anxiety, which is something that I've personally suffered with for a long time in the past. Those higher levels of cortisol can also lead to further incidences of anxiety too. So that's why for me, even though I'm not really looking for fat loss right now, I still consider the impact of cortisol on my workout routine. But if weight loss is your goal, especially if belly fat is an issue, then this is something that you really want to be considering. And when it comes to cortisol, this is why I really strategically place out my workouts and strategically add in cardio as well, so that I can keep the cortisol levels balanced. Because there has been another study that has found that endurance runners tend to have a lot higher cortisol levels. Now, balanced workout routine that also includes the rest and repair that we'll be talking about in just a second can actually help to balance those cortisol levels as well. The high levels of an unbalanced type of workout routine, like running every single day, really long miles, or doing strength training every single day, especially when improperly done, won't allow for the cortisol to dip back down, and therefore will keep those cortisol levels at that high steady state, which is something that you don't want, especially if you're looking for weight loss. Which brings me into repair. Remember, it's cortisol balance, repair, and rest. Those are the three things we really want to consider when we're creating a workout schedule. Now, repair can mean a variety of factors, but for what I'm going to be talking about, it's in regards to food. Food is a crucial part of repair. If you don't provide enough of the right types of foods in order to provide the tools that your body needs in order to repair your muscles, you're just constantly breaking down your muscles and getting zero benefit from your workout. Now, this is why I emphasize high quality protein, high quality fats, and fiber at each of my meals. Now, the way that I always view meals is that it's an opportunity to either provide the amino acids and fatty acids that your body needs to repair your body, to provide the fuel it needs to create hormones and new cells, to tap into fat burning, or not. And I see my job for supporting my body as actually being able to provide those tools for my body to do its job. And this also means not really wasting space on your plate for the foods that really don't provide anything for your body and are just going to increase inflammation and shut off fat burning instead. And the two main offenders for that are refined flours and sugar. When it comes to repair, the most important factor is going to be protein, because that's where you're actually going to get the amino acids that your body needs in order to repair and build your muscle. Next is going to be the fatty acids. The fatty acids, or fats, is going going to provide the fuel for your body so that it can actually get these jobs done. Now, depending on the type of workout you're doing, you might want to also include some type of high quality starchy carb as well. This is in fact something I talk a lot about in the complete intermittent fasting bundle with the athlete protocol. And those can include foods like butternut squash, lentils, beans, sweet potato. And regarding protein, it's really essential that you get those amino acids to repair your body. Now, I used to consume a lot less protein than I currently do. I'm by no means high protein, but I found that when I was actually looking at my foods, I really wasn't getting enough protein. And that's one that's sneaky that can really hinder your goals. And especially if weight loss is a goal of yours. Protein is one of the main satiety foods other than fat. Protein causes your body to release peptide YY, which signals to your brain that you're full and stops sugar cravings. Now, I personally found for me that anywhere between 60 to 90 grams of protein per day works really well, but it's also important that you consider your own goals and your own body's needs and how much you're exercising. There's a lot of factors that go into the protein amount. And if you're eating animal proteins, you know that you're getting the complete protein source, so you don't really have to worry about that. But if you are using a plant-based approach, it's important that you get a variety of different proteins so you get all of the amino acids that your body needs in order to repair your muscles. So that means getting daily different types of proteins from nuts, from seeds, from legumes. There's even certain vegetables that do contain a small amount of protein as well. So you just want to make sure you're getting a variety of these foods so that you can make sure you're hitting all of those amino acid bases. And if you are using the complete intermittent fasting bundle, which is my program, you can feel free to increase the protein if necessary with the recipes that are given. So if you find that you do better with 6 ounces of protein versus 4 ounces, that's perfectly fine. Remember, this is all about tailoring it to your approach. I'll also have the details for the complete intermittent fasting bundle down in the description below. Now, I might have gone on a tangent with repair, but obviously nutritionist, so it's something I'm really focused on. But now let's talk about rest. And this is namely going to be coming from sleep. In fact, this is probably the biggest thing that I see people missing out on. Sleep is when your body literally recovers. This is when your muscles are going to be doing the majority of the recovery time. And if you've really upped your exercise routine, you might also need to further increase your sleep as well because your body needs to get used to this repair. If you don't have the rest, you're not going to get the repair. And this ultimately results in increased cortisol levels the next day, which completely circles back to the fact that we need to balance cortisol levels. And if you get that poor sleep, it means that you're going to have those increased cortisol levels, which means it's going to be even more difficult for your body to lose belly fat and tap into fat burning mechanisms. So that's why we need to focus on all three. And that's what I do with my weekly workout. So let's dive into what my weekly workout looks like when we consider all of these factors. Every day, I always get in some type of low intensity cardio. So something like walking or leisurely biking or perhaps swimming. Especially walking outside is really great for reducing cortisol levels and keeping those levels balanced. So that's where I really focus on balancing the cortisol levels. Now for strength training, which is also really important for health, for weight loss goals, for fitness goals, I aim for between 4 to 5 days per week of some type of strength training. It's extremely important when it comes to strength training that you are never working out the same muscle back to back. So for example, you don't do legs on one day and then do legs the next day. This doesn't allow any time for that rest and repair to happen. So just keep in mind to always make sure you space out your muscle groups by at least having one day in between. Now, not every week, but sometimes I'll add in some type of HIIT, which is high intensity interval training, or sprinting, which is also a form of HIIT. And I only really do this about 1 time per week. If you're in the beginnings of balancing the cortisol levels, I really wouldn't recommend doing it yet. In fact, I completely ditched any type of HIIT training for about 6 months when I was really focusing on balancing my cortisol levels. But once your cortisol levels are more balanced, you can still include some type of HIIT or strength training 1, maybe 2 times per week, but really no more than that. This will increase your cortisol levels during the workout, but really any workout above low intensity cardio will do that. And that's why we want to keep the HIIT workouts to really 1 to 2 times per week. They're going to be a lot more strenuous on your body and your body will require more rest after you do a HIIT workout. Now putting it all together, it's going to look something like this. On Monday, I'll do a lower body strength training routine that perhaps will last around 20-25 minutes. And I pair that with a 20-minute warm-up walk right before. I'll also get in at least 1 afternoon longer walk to break up my workday. And for the sake of not repeating myself, I get in a long work break type of walk every single day. Okay, so Tuesday is when I might include a core strength workout paired with that 20-minute warm-up walk. So notice I don't do a back-to-back same muscle group. I do the lower body and then I do the core. On Wednesday, again, I'll do that 20-minute warm-up walk and do about 20 to 25 minutes of upper body strength. I'll typically do some variation of the upper body strength workout I have in the complete intermittent fasting bundle. Same thing for the legs on Monday. I'll do some type of variation of the lower body strength workout I have in the bundle. Now, if I include some type of HIIT or sprinting workout, it's going to be be on Thursday, and I'll pair that as well with that long walk later in the afternoon. Now Saturdays, I really like to take advantage of the leisurely bike or swim or very long walk, especially outside since I have more time to get outside. And then Sunday, I might include some type of strength training workout, but typically, again, it's going to be a very long walk, a swim, a bike, and then include some type of stretching. Now, if you're looking to lose weight and specifically belly fat and you want to include walking in your daily routine, make sure you check out my walking mistakes I often see right here. Also, if you're new to my channel and you love the science-backed information, make sure you subscribe right here. Come out with new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in my next video.